Hey guys, we are going back in for a re-clear on the Crumblier with basically the same team I had before. Gearing changed a little bit, but had a comment that filling morale was kind of a challenge, so we're going to push this out to turn 9, maybe 10. Oh, till turn 10, definitely. But that'll give us more time to fill morale. So just go through the gearing real quick. Tsukiko, the only change with her is that I gave her Dark Range TMR, and shift forms just the same. Rod build, Max Evo, Max Esper. So there you go. That card. So again, I mean, if you don't have this card, you can just, I mean, she's overcapped on TDH magic, so you can, overcapped on TDH magic, so just another high magic card and play with the gearing to get max stats, or max modifiers for Evo and Esper. Sylvie, base form, she needs the Obsidian Bracer. She's starting in the base form. And shift form, just a counter build still. So there's that. And her own vision card, dual wielding. Chizuru, same build. Typhus the Spirit. Should be Max Stone, 275 Reaper, Max LB. And apologies for my voice. I had surgery a couple days ago and on my throat, and it's a little rough. But anyway, Olive, same build as before. So Max LB, 225 Stone, 275 Reaper. This card. Esther, base form, counter build. Shift form, counter build. Just high stats. I mean, exact same build as before. Some resistances. No less than negative 50 light. There we go. Sky starting in the base form. Her own TMR. Titus's garb doesn't matter since we're going out past turn 5. So shift form. Re-geared her a little bit. Didn't worry as much about having the preemptive LB fill. So she's a little higher stats. So Max Stone, Max Reaper, Max LB. And gave her a different vision card. Just a high attack vision card, since she won't be able to take advantage of the cool smile modifier boost. So here's that. So we'll get into it. So Esther starting in the shift form with her own TMR, and everyone else is starting in base. So we are going to get Olive's big amp, or big magic store boost. So we need to fill her LB by turn 2. So Tsukiko this turn, we're going to wait on the Rod and Peril. We'll just do Charm Resist and Immunity and all that twice, and then Light and View. So Olive is going to LB, Sky is going to shift and LB, and Sylvie is going to shift and just fill LB with her Bolting Strike skill 3 times. And then Chizuru is going to focus body over to Esther, Staunch Samurai, and then Strong Samurai. Then Esther in the shift form is going to put up Provoke, Omni Cover, and Energizing Bunny. Okay, so Sky and Esther should be full at this point. Esther's going to the base form where she will LB to put up the field. Sky is going to LB again. And if Olive is not full, we can put Sylvie in the base form and just do Paladin's offense, Paladin's defense for LB fill on her, and then Elemental Vines for the elemental resistances and Magic Mitt. LB Olive again. Tsukiko is going to shift. And she is going to do her bigger break than what Obsidian Bracer gave us. And then Fox's Karma Solar Flare twice to unlock the Magnus. Chizuru this turn is just going to punch. We can do Stone Pulverizer. Just for a little morale fill. Okay, cover at some point, Esther. There we go. So honestly, I mean, it's a 3-turn rotation on the boss's actions, and it's pretty tame. The big thing you have to look out for is the 4-hit AoE that bypasses cover that it does every 3 turns. So turn 2, 5, and 8, we need a 4-stack of Mirage. So between Sylvie and Chizuru, we'll have that covered. But anyway, at this point, we just need to pretty much maintain our imbues for a little bit, maintain Esther's cover. So this turn, Esther's going to shift, and she'll just Shadow Bolt for some morale fill. Olive is going to just break twice, do her killers, those all fill morale, and then punch. Sky can LB again. If Sky's LB wasn't full, you'd be able to just fill LB with her this turn and then do her last stack, LB stack next turn. But she's full, so we'll just finish stacking her. Sylvie this turn is just going to do her mitigations, and then heal. So physical magic and then heal. Tsukiko is going back to the base form. We'll go ahead and do Prayer of Purification, do some mitigations, and then put up the Light and Peril field. And Chizuru this turn, I guess, can give some Magic Mitt to Esther with Focus Spirit. Not sure that's necessary, to be honest, but we'll do it. And then just Breezy Barrier a couple times. Yeah, so we don't get a lot of counters out of Esther that turn, so I didn't want to use too much of her LB gauge filling morale, because we need to shift it LB with her to refresh her Omni cover. So Tsukiko this turn will just Prayer of Purification 3 times for morale fill. That gets rid of the Imperils too. Sylvie can just do mitigations and just regen with Paladin's Resolve. So Puddles, Vines, and then Resolve with Sylvie. Olive can do the exact same thing. Sky this turn can just go to the base form, and she can just Skyfall just to fill her LB. Maybe some elemental damage. And Chizuru this turn can just punch. We'll use Stone Pulverizer again. Should get a decent amount of counters this turn from Esther. Okay, so Tsukiko, Olive, and Sky can all just repeat. Wait for everything to finish. So we'll just reload those three. Esther this turn is she can just punch for some morale with Shatterbolt. So this is another turn we need 4 stack of Mirage or really high mitigations. We'll just go with Mirage. So we will just do, let's see, Focus Strength with Chizuru for the Mirage. And Sylvie this turn can just do mitigations, Vines, Petals, and Night. Okay, so this turn, before we do anything else, we need to refresh our Light Imbue with Tsukiko. So we're going to go ahead and do the Rod Imperial this turn too. So Blessed No Memore, Prayer of Purification, and Consecration of Light to re-imbue. Esther this turn is going to refresh her Provoke and the mitigations she gets from that. Refresh Energizing Bunny for the killers, or the Reaper killer, and then just whatever Quantum Storm to whoever. We're not going to use it, but just as a third skill. So make sure you're doing the Provoke first before Energizing Bunny, because Energizing Bunny refills her LB gauge. So all of this turn, we're not going to cap with her. We are going to just do her morale stuff and then Shining Melons, because that's a little higher amp for herself. Sylvie this turn is going to just do mitigations again and Paladin's Resolve. Chizuru this turn is going to Stone Pulverizer. And Sky can just punch again. Make sure you just don't normal attack with Sky. Okay. So we do need to get rid of these imperils. So Tsukiko can just Prayer Purification 3 times. Olive this turn, and I should have called this out, from Phoenix. She has Phoenix Guard Learned. So we're going to cast a re-raise on herself. We should get some re-raise from counters on Sylvie on the burst turn, but just in case, we want to go ahead and cast that. Sylvie this turn is going to shift, and she'll LB, do her shifted LB. Esther is going to do her shifted LB to reapply Omni Cover. Sky this turn is going to just punch and Sharp Spear Focus for an 87% defense break. And Chizuru this turn is going to Katana Imperil with Eastern Winds, and then we'll just do Staunch Samurai and then Strong Samurai. there. So we need Mirage on this turn. So Sylvie is going to defense. Then she will correct Stone for the Stone Killer over to Sky. And then she will, I've got your back over to Chizuru. We'll do Sylvie last. I'm not sure, just to make sure that, you know, she's the last one. Like, no Mirage accidentally overrides her. But anyway, Tsukiko this turn is going to store magic. Olive this turn is going to refresh the brakes. She's going to put up a Gunner Guardian, Giant Melon ammo, and then Fire Cannon Fire. Esther's going to the base form, and she is going to Bolting Impact, Bolting Slice, and Calm Before the Storm. Sky and Chizuru are going to Tidus of Spirit. And then again, Sylvie's just putting up the defense. Yeah. Excuse me. Defense, Stone Killer to Sky, and then I've got your back to Chizuru. Let's see if we get some counters out of Sylvie here. Yep. There we go. That should help next turn. Okay, Esther. All right, now we burst. So we'll go ahead and activate our attack and defensive buffs. So Olive is going to SLB, Esther is going to LB, Sky is going to shift and LB. Tsukiko is going to shift and do her Magnus. Sylvie is going to triple Bolting Strike to chain with Tsukiko, and Chizuru is going to shift and LB. So we'll send Chizuru, wait for the chain to start, send the Bolting Strike chainers, then Sky, and then the rest. Okay, so we hit cap. Let's see what happens. Okay. So we survived, luckily, the threshold. We actually hit the 50% threshold. So at this point, we still have a free turn. We can just send Tsukiko to the base form, fill morale. Sylvie can, fill morale. Let's see. Just to be sure with the morale fill. Chizuru can dedicated Samurai Slash for morale fill. Sky can just triple bolting for, elemental damage. Esther can shift. Does she even have enough LB gauge to cast Shatter Bolt? Yeah, she can cast it once with morale. So we'll send them. And Olive can just cast Raise from Phoenix onto the boss. So again, you click the skill, click select target in the lower left-hand corner, and then select the boss, and just send her. So 10 turns, but gives you better morale. I'm kind of wondering what pushed that damage that high. Because I think my previous run, I tested this in the previous run hit like 2.68 billion or something like that. But I wasn't storing magic with Tsukiko, so yeah, her damage didn't improve. I guess it was just a high variance roll. But even if you didn't hit the threshold, you'd still be able to, just do some morale fill or whatever and just cast Raise on turn 10. So anyway, so rank 1 score. Hopefully that gives you enough, chances to fill morale if you're struggling with that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope it helped. Catch you later.